There's something in here with us.
God.
That ball has moved.
Look at Jamaica, look at Jamaica.
Would you please tell us your name?
Recording in progress. Yeah.
Hey guys.
Everyone.
Hello.
Good to see everyone.
G'day, how you going? Evening.
Good.
Good. Got everyone except Shah.
Shah.
Yeah.
We're all here. Yeah. So how's everyone been?
Bloody cold, freezing.
Soft.
Yeah, you are soft. You want to live up here. We can see the snow from where we live. It's not snowing
good.
yet, but as soon as it does, we know about it. So
No wonder Greg's always got the big coat on whenever we do anything. Yeah. Hey, got some footage. It's a bit of a compilation of stuff from Dramana. Remember we did Dramana's Estate Winery, I think that was called. Yeah. There was actually, when we went back over the footage, there was a heap of stuff on there, but I've just pulled out a few bits and pieces.
yeah. Okay, let's run this footage. So can you guys see the screen?
Yep.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, cool.
Yes. So go and play it now.
Greg picked up on Elizabeth earlier. Is there an Elizabeth here? If so, could you say Elizabeth? So could you say Elizabeth?
Oh, Dave, what do you got there?
I'm not sure.
What, Dave?
It's a machine that goes ping.
Could you let us know that you're here by knocking on a wall or moving something?
I'm going to play the footage again, and then I'll pause it after each section, and then we can talk about each little bit.
You might
Because I didn't realise you'd strung them all
No, that's
together.
right. It doesn't hurt to just.
All right. So going to pause it after each one, and
Yep.
we can have a chat.
First one's a.
Elizabeth. One. Yeah.
Did that come through clearly?
Yeah, real clearly. You can hear that.
Excellent. So I'll play it and then pause it, and we can talk about that. And I think whoever was there at the time chat about it. So I'll just play it now.
Greg picked up on Elizabeth earlier. Is there an Elizabeth here? If so, could you say Elizabeth? So could you say Elizabeth?
So what do we think of that? Loz, what were you thinking when that was happening? Could you hear it really clearly?
If you recall.
Yeah, I think I did at the time. It's hard to recall because it's a while back now, but I can definitely hear that Elizabeth. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember, Greg, who Elizabeth was or anything like that? It's hard. Yeah. It's hard because it was so long ago. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's really clear.
What's the history of that place?
That was the Dramana Winery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
okay.
idea.
It was
Yeah.
one of the
Local wineries?
original homesteads on the peninsula.
Yeah, okay.
So family owned it for a long time.
There was-
The winemaker, so he was saying there was a lot of activity that the staff had picked up over the time.
Okay.
I think from memory there was a lady dancing or something, like a silhouette that they'd
Yeah,
seen.
I think I saw that.
Yeah. So a lot of female interactions they'd had with the staff over the years there.
There was something about someone dying on the property as well, like with the tree. There was something about the tree in the backyard near the, like a long time before it was a winery, like when it was still a homestead. But I can't remember whether it was someone who worked there, and they ended up, I can't remember if it was an accident. I'd have to look at it again, but there was definitely someone who passed. It wasn't one of the family. There was someone who worked for them.
Okay.
And there was also something about the little girl in the backyard. That's all I remember. Something about that, but I'd have to go through.
Maybe she was Elizabeth. Mm.
Yeah, well, it could have been. I'm not sure. I'm sure it was a young girl that passed away there as well. Whether she
Well,
was-
was made the comment that Greg picked up on an Elizabeth earlier. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you recall, Greg. It was a while back, but yeah. But it's interesting that that came up after Greg had already
Well,
nominated that name earlier. So,
it does sound like an Elizabeth coming through on the speaker, right? So
yeah.
Mm.
It's interesting too because it sounds like a male voice, but
Yeah.
whether they're saying yes, she's here instead of Elizabeth saying Elizabeth, you know.
Yeah.
But then because you're using the spirit box thingy, doesn't it just pick up whatever it hears
think
on
so,
the
yeah.
frequency?
That's
So
it.
it may not be a
Yeah.
female voice.
It's just me.
It
Yeah.
does seem to say it slowly though, like Elizabeth.
Yeah.
So it's like it's sweeping through heaps of different frequencies right there. I find that
Yeah.
one so interesting because
Yeah.
you can't really say that it was just like a radio station voice coming through saying Elizabeth because it's going so fast.
Yeah.
And the way it says Elizabeth is like sort of in sections.
It's like it's patching it together from different
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how that works, though, isn't it? Like just
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fascinating phenomenon, that's for sure.
It is. All right. So this is the next bit of the footage.
This was just a stat cam out on the veranda, and there's no one around. It's just plain air.
That's weird.
That's
Oh,
a female
they-
voice. That comes through as female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really weird.
It's pretty clear though, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
new ones.
Once you reduce the static in the background, you can really hear it clearly.
Mm.
And it makes you wonder who's talking and why they're saying, "Oh God."
Yeah.
What's the story behind that?
Because it's not even something that someone would say if they did happen to be there. Because it
Yeah.
sort of says, "Oh God," you know. It's not
Yeah.
not something that just a random person would say.
No, no.
Very strange. We
Yeah.
actually, Shah's not here, but she sat out there on the veranda. We just filmed her sitting there for about half an hour and nothing really happened.
Yeah.
But that showed up when she wasn't there, so
Mm.
yeah.
you did get whispers like that in the first one too. You know, like where the ball was in that hall, like at the other place, remember the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of the stat cams, before we actually heard ball and we heard quite a few things whisper. They're like that in that whisper, the same sort of. So not like, oh God, you know, it's not like some Aussie, you know, sitting there. It's always sort of whispered like, or
Yeah.
so it's interesting.
Sorry, go on, Paul.
No, I was just saying it's interesting because it's always done like a whisper. It's never like, you know, you never hear them go, oh God, you know, like, or
Yeah.
Yeah. When you hear that, when you hear them speaking like we speak,
Yep.
it gives me, it really scares the hell out of me. But Greg, you'd probably love it, but I'm a scaredy cat. But what I generally hear a lot of is that whispering that goes on all the time, and it's like it's often incoherent. So for it to be so easily understood is great. But normally you just hear this going on in the background, and you know, wherever I am, and it's very hard to just pick out a voice, or it's like some people are having a conversation and I can't grab the words. All I can hear is this whispering. I was talking to Rob's son a while back, and he was saying that he experiences that at the Geelong jail, and there's the whispering going on.
Yeah.
So it's actually really, that to me is how you hear them more often than not. And then it's not as common to hear them speaking the way we do. Mm.
Yeah, because I feel like, sorry, no, you go, Rob, sorry.
Sorry, Loz. I wonder if that's just like because it's less energy from to say it like that, to say it slowly and quietly.
I don't know. I think it's almost that because it's in a different dimension or something. It's almost like there's just a little bit of a gap, and we can just hear. It's almost like you're hearing conversation coming from another room. You can't always make out the words, but you can hear the voices, and that's to me what it's like.
Yeah. Okay.
Or
what?
Well, that's almost like you're hearing into another reality.
Well, you are in
Slipping in
effect.
between
Dimensions.
Mm.
He's catching on, Greg.
It's taking me a while.
It's taken him a while, yeah. Do you know when I first met him and I told him I could see auras, he goes, "Oh, this is going to be a worry." And now he thought I was a crackpot.
But no, the way you explained it, like it's from another room, you're
Mm.
hearing it from another room. If you're hearing that from another
Dimension.
or whatever,
Yeah.
then that could be some sort of explanation or lend some weight to it.
Well, it's just like the layers of light, right? We can't see 99% of light.
That's right. That's right.
So they're still there. We just can't see it because we're not on the frequency of what it's on. So it's the same thing, right? So
Yeah, because we only hear a section of frequencies as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like when people say to me, "I'm not going to believe in ghosts until I see one." Well, you believe in the wind, don't you? You can't see the wind, but you can see what it does.
Yeah.
Right? You may not be able to see a ghost, but it doesn't mean it's not there just because you can't see it.
It's unusual to how sometimes it'll record a voice that no one else hears it live.
Yeah.
And other times people will hear it live, but it doesn't record.
And I feel like a lot of the EVPs that we capture as well are whispers, like a big percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Rob said, it could be that they just don't have the energy to project.
Yeah.
We want them to, but they're doing all they can.
Yeah, they're using the energy of the device, so therefore we can't hear it, but it's picked up because of the energy there.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah. Well, they do drain batteries, don't they?
Well, yes.
They're probably projecting it some other way too. They're not using wind, obviously, because so they're projecting.
Oh, stop it! You're embarrassing GFI, Paul. And poor Dave.
First, not the last time.
Oh, look, it's what we love about you. It's just that little quirkiness. All right, shall I play the next one?
Just stitch up.
It's a stitch up, mate.
No one educated me, Stuart. No one educated me at all. Thrown in the deep end.
It's like
Hold this for a second, and then he asked me what the hell it was.
It's like everything in life. Don't hold on to it if you don't know what it is.
we don't know how to use it.
Yeah, don't know. Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Mike.
All right. Now you're on, Dave.
Dave, what do you got there?
I'm not sure.
What Dave? It's a machine that goes ping.
Could you let us know that you're here by knocking on a wall or moving something?
That was pretty cool. That little shed out there. Remember, I know Paul, you and me and Dave were out there. I can't remember if Tim was out there or not. But there was just all these little things that seem fairly inconsequential, but when you put them together, I've only just dropped that one in there as a bit of a reminder that we're out there. There's actually all these little instances, knocks, little movements of light and things like that in front of the camera. But it felt at the time nothing was happening. And once again, it felt like nothing was happening, but when you look back over it, all these little bits.
Yeah, well, and that one, the one with the handles, remember? And we went around, and so I have to show that another time as well in the other room.
Yes.
What was that?
Oh, we were getting like full on. It was crazy. It was like the whole handle was just shaking and shaking and shaking.
On doors, door handles.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wrong.
It sounds like someone's trying the doorknob. We can hear it on the other side. It's just insane.
I don't know. I'm not sure if it visually did that. It certainly made the noise like something.
It made the noise. I don't think it physically. I don't think it was
Yeah.
actually
No.
shaking or anything. It just sounded, and we actually went around the other side, so we were on either side, and we could still hear the
Yeah.
thing, like someone was actually trying to shake it and open it, forcefully.
Yeah.
It was so weird. It was just.
Yeah, because wasn't that staff accommodation?
That was in the restaurant
And dining room. Yeah.
No.
dining room. Yeah,
Oh, was it dining room? Yeah, I think.
I think it was a dining. Well, they were using it as
Oh,
dining room. Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is I was relaxing there later on. So
That's probably where you were sleeping. I think it was the same room.
yeah,
Where you
Yeah,
were
it
lying
was.
down. Yeah.
it was.
The thing is, like Laura, Aaron, you'll know this is that you know a knock or apart from a knock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can hear stuff if it's like tin moving in the shed, or it's a branch from outside, or the wind moving the structure of the wherever you are and stuff like that. After you do this a few times, you start to get to realize what a knock is and what is everything else moving around. So that's probably why you put it in, because it doesn't sound like a normal
Yeah.
house moving, creaking. It's like, right.
Yeah.
So it's you do, the stuff that you normally hear, like, yep, that's the house, that's the wind, that's the trees, that's the possum on the roof, kind of stuff. You do get used to that kind of sound when you go, no, you dismiss it straight away. So
Yeah, exactly.
It's a clear knock.
Yeah.
Yeah.